Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so just now the previous video run until the job, okay, the stage. So now you can see that from this video is already being completed for the job. So it's already total computational time is finished at 1. So this means you can see that here also mentioned completed. So here once complete, okay, you can click on the results. So it will show you the result of it. Okay, so at here you can see that it's already changed to the result here model. Then you have all this. Okay, you have the XY plot, XY data, the path, the movies. If you want to see the movies, you can click on the movies. Okay, and how it failed. And then you can click on this step. So I will show you one by one how you get the processed data and how you process the data. So for the first thing, okay, you can see that if you want to see the stress, or either you want to see other than that, you can click. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, so for this model I didn't run for the DMSC, that's why you cannot see the DMSC. But then if you have the field output, you select the field outputs for the DMSC, DMST, then you can have the data. So here you can have the XY data you plot. Okay, so ODB history output or field output, you can see the history output, you continue. Okay, so in the history output, when you set the history output, you already asked for the RF2, means is the reaction force. So you can see that this is the RF2. Here is negative because the force is going downward. So this is just the direction of it. Later I will change the graph. Okay, then it is versus time from 0 to 1 circle. So later we can replot it according to the data. So this one I save first. So it will save by default the name is XY data 1. If you want to name it here, you can name it as force. Okay, so also you can plot the spatial displacement. U2 means is the displacement. So here also negative because the displacement is applied downward. Okay, so here you also can save, or either if you rename it, then you will save automatically. Let's say this is vertical displacement. Okay, so now you have 2 of this. So how can you combine this? You need to click on the XY data, you double click it, and then you go to the operate on XY data, continue. And then here you can see that here have many functions. So you can use combine X and X. Okay, so combine X and X. So now I will put the displacement first. So here I need to put a negative, let's negative vertical displacement, and then I put the negative force. And then plot expression. So double check is it correct. So you can see that now the force become the positive, the displacement also become the positive because I add the negative at here. So you can have this combined graph. So here is mentioned as temporary tree. So you can rename it as force versus displacement. Okay. So let's say you want to combine to plot more graph. Let's say you have a lot of the model you plot one, so you can open it multiple times. So you can combine to plot. So let's say you want to plot together, you can see that you just select the graph you want, and then you click plot, you will plot together. But then here I don't want to do it, so I just want to show you one, so you can see that. Also at here you can change the color of this. You can see that if you want to change the color, you can go to this field, you can change to null field, means that is going to be transparent. You want to have borders, and then you can have that many changes according to your need. So then here also you can change. You just click on the, here you have, this is the, okay, you can see that here you have XY axis option. You click on this, then you can change. Either you want the tick mark, the tick mark, how it's going to be, and then the scales, and then maximum minimum values. Here is the automatic assigned by the computer. If you want to change, let's say you only want to plot until 5 millimeter displacement because the graph is too long. Let's say I want to plot until 3. Okay, so you enter 3, means that it is only show you until 3 mm displacement. Okay, and then the exit, here you want to have the placement at outside, the format automatic, or if you want to have the decimal points, then you can have decimal points and with the precisions you want. Okay, and then also you can have this Okay, then you can change the title, the displacement here. You want to change. What do you want to change? Let's say you want to change it to the deflections. And then you want to put millimeter. Okay, let's say you want to change to vertical displacement, and then unit is millimeter. Dismiss, and then you can choose the form type unit and then the type or what, then you can change. Here also the same thing. Okay, you can change. So the format, if you want the decimal points, it will show you the decimal points, but this is unit is in Newton, so it will not be so precise. It will become a lot of the data. So dismiss. Okay, so here you also can change according to your needs. So now you already changed to the value unit. Okay, so here, and then I want to save the, let's say I want to extract the file, the results. Okay, and then I can go to the result and then the report, and then you go to XY. So at here you want to extract this graph, then you select the graph, force versus displacement, and then you go to the setup. Okay, normally I will click the column min and max, also the column totals. Okay, and then here you need to change the name. Let's say is force versus displacement, and then you need to have .txt, then it will become a notepad file. Okay, so you need to select where is the location. So here I just want to put it in the desktop, then I go to desktop. Okay, then you can right click, then create a new directory, means the data file. Okay, so the data here, then I save it as txt. So okay, done. Okay, so let me try to open for you to take a look. So it's already at the data. Okay, so you open it, then you can see the data. You show you all the data in behind, and then the minimum x value is 0. Okay, and then the minimum is 0, maximum is 10, and then the value of the maximum load is 449.991, means it's around this is the unit of 162.675 is the maximum load. Okay, here is around 162 kilonewton. Okay, so from that not spec file, this one you can copy and then you can put into Excel, then you can plot the file in Excel. Okay, so other than that, what you can do is, let's say you want to save this graph, or you want to save any photos. Okay, let's say you want to save the photo of this cube, okay, of the stress. Let's say you want to save this. Okay, again for this, or you can either choose to have it in the photos or not, then you can explore more. So here I want to show you how can you extract the figure. So you click this print button. Okay, you print this button, and then you can have the printer, so you choose file, and then you choose PNG, you save as PNG, and then the file name. Okay, so here I want to save it at the desktop, the data file just now, and then example is the stress cube photo. Okay, then you click OK, then OK, you click. So I open the data files here. Okay, so you can see that you have the cube stress photo. Okay, so it is already here for the cube photos. Okay, so it will just show you the cube photos. Okay, so after that, also what you can do is, other than the result that here, you also can create path. Okay, so to create a path, so I need to go to this first. Let's say I want to create a path. Path 1 means that, let's say I want to cut from the middle. Okay, so not, continue, assembly, add after. So let's say I want to cut from the middle. Okay, so I want to from here to the starting point to the end point. You don't need to click every point, because later you can just select the intersection points. But then here, no, I want to click the points here. So I want to create after, and then I want to create the total this point to this point. Okay, this point, delete row, this point, delete row, some arrow. So add after, and then I want to select exactly at this point to this point. So done. Okay, so this is the path one. Okay, so you have a path one is the middle. It will show you the start and end point. So if you want to have the path at the middle, then you can do something like you can cut through the file first. Okay, you can do like this, and then you can cut the file. You can show the file like, let me show you. Okay, so you can have it like part, and then you can cut the part like the elements and so on if you want to show other parts. Okay, so we go to the XY data path. You select the path, continue. So use the path just now, and then the middle, and then include the intersection point. So when you click the include intersection point, you can see that all these points, it has been selected. Okay, so what you want to do now is you can select the step frame you need. Okay, let's say you want to create here, then okay, and then you can add frame to your plot. So it will show you from the starting point to the end point, from 0 to here the data. So what is the stress? Okay, so basically normally you will use this create path to compare from 0 Newton as from 0, and then step by step to the ultimate, to the failure, to the post failure, and then you can compare the result, and then the stress, the force, the displacement across the sections, and so on. Okay, so this is how you create the path. You can do other than that also. Let's say you can want to go to this, and then you want to see this, and then the stage. Okay, so you can go to step by step and how it's going to do. Okay, so you can see that this is the stress, and then you have the stages. Then let's say you do the movie, it will show you the movie. Okay, and then this is how it's due, and then it will continue on this, and then you can also set how fast is it. Okay, so this is all you can explore by yourself. If you want to do it slow, then you can do it slow.